Hi everyone, I am Navya. Welcome to my channel. So today in this video we have Hariharan with us, and I feel glad to share with all of you that he has bagged multiple offers in placements, either it be on campus or off campus. So we have Hariharan and he'll be discussing how he cracked so many offers and how were the interview processes and what tips does he have for all of you. So let's get started with the video. So hi Hariharan.
Hi Navya.
I hope you're doing well. So please introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hello everyone. It's glad to meet you all today in this evening. Myself Hariharan. I'm pursuing final year B.Tech Computer Science and Engineering at VIT Vellore. My native is Tamil Nadu. I have did my schooling, both my 10th and 12th over here, and following which I just did my uh, B.Tech graduation at VIT, and now I'm a part of Flipkart as Winter Flinton. And post that I would be joining Flipkart as SDE full-time employee.
That's really nice to know. So I would like to firstly congratulate you for getting so many offers. And I would like to personally know that how many offers did you get and from what all the companies and what were the key requirements that you say that you all should have to bring so much success to your bag.
Thank you, Navya. Actually, I got four offers. The first one was at JP Morgan Chase and Co, and the second one was at Morgan Stanley, followed by which PayPal and Flipkart was the companies from which I got the offer. And about the key requirements, if you ask me, I would be like moving the focus to the subjects like DSA, OS, database and management system, computer networks, and aptitude. These will be the five architect like pillars that makes you strong to face the interviews. Any if you're strong with this five things, then you can crack any interviews that you want to crack.
So you cracked like almost all the top companies that nowadays everyone tries to crack, right? So we'll be going with the flow and discussing about all your placement experiences. So let's start with the one you had at JPMC. So please tell how did you get that offer and how was your experience about it?
Yeah, actually, when I was in my second year, I just started to code. I'd like to mention the point that I was a max biology student. Only in my second year, I just started to code, and meanwhile, I got a this JPMC internship exam, round one examination, where through my campus, and I just cracked it, and followed by which there was a online interview. Like in the online, it's automatically questions will be displayed, and you have to record the video for the same, and post which you would be invited to participate in a hackathon. And based on your hackathon performance, how well you interact with your team, and how well you brainstorm your ideas, you will be getting a JP Morgan internship call for summer. And that's how I got into JP Morgan initially. Then, based on my internship performance, I was given PPO at the same.
Okay, that was quite insightful. So, you must have done some projects throughout your college journey that helped you to create a good resume. So, what were the actual projects that you focused on doing? Like, you need to do some quality projects to be put up in your resume. So, how did you go about that?
Yeah, actually, one mistake that I find in most of my like juniors, I would say, is that they separate this project component as two things. One is the project they do it for the academics, and the another is the project they do it for their placements. I never saw this as two different things. Whatever my academic project was, I just put my fullest in it, and those academic projects were worth enough mentioning in my resume. Since I was an active participant of hackathons, through my hackathons also I was able to take my academic project to the next level, so that I can like it will have a more worth mentioning in my resume. One such project that I would like to mention here is my third eye project. It is an AI application which I made for blind people. So the concept of this application is so simple, like object detection. Okay, object detection and like detection of text from image. These are the two simple concepts that I have used in building this entire app. On object detection, I have used to like manipulate the result of object that are being detected to help the blind person know where about his environment, and about the like text, reading text in the image, I made it as a option for a blind person to read a text. So the entire communication with this application was in both ways. Like I made it like how Alexa is working. I made this application to interact with the user. So this application was my key project, I would say, and this is the best one I have made till date. I would like to say here. And yes, indeed, this third eye application got recognition in many places. I have got a lot of national level best idea presentation for this idea, as well as I got I won two international hackathons with this idea.
That's
Yeah.
really a commendable work from your side and so thoughtful of you to think differently on how to work on creating projects. So, moving ahead, we'd like to talk about your experience at Morgan Stanley. How did you get the offer and how was the process?
Yeah, about Morgan Stanley, it was an on-campus offer. Right at the beginning of my fourth year, I got a like uh, Morgan Stanley visiting my campus. Initially, I gave the online assessment round, which included uh, like MCQ questions on the core subjects like DBMS OS. Then following which it had three like coding question section, and there was an aptitude section also. Then post clearing this round, there were three rounds. The first two were on DSA and your core knowledge on the subject, and the last one was it was like more of a HR kind of round in which they see how well you suit to their culture and the company. So in the first round, there were a lot of questions on OS like and DBMS, like what is inner join, what is outer join, what is like child class, what is zombie process, what is orphan process. There were a lot of questions. It's a simple questions, but they were testing on your basic knowledge on all those. And in the second round, it was the questions were on sorting and searching, and it was pretty much not like a uh, not like writing a pseudocode or something, but indeed it was like you need to write the code and you have only one chance to compile it. If it runs, then it means you have cleared the question. It was such a kind of round, and I really loved it. And the final round was like it was a more of a HR kind of questions, and they were asking questions like open like it was like mm, general questions. What would you do if the situation is like this? What do you do if the situation is like that? And they were cross questioning, a lot of cross questioning, and yes, it was like a very good round. And then later I got a call from Morgan Stanley HR saying that I have cracked it.
Good to know about your experience. So, a very common question from my side that all the people preparing for placements generally have that what were the sources that you chose as a learning platform for your preparation strategy for the coming placements? So, there are a lot of sources available on internet. So, what would you recommend to be chosen as a good resource?
Yeah. One thing that I have found in my circle is a lot of people buy courses for cost, like spending some 10,000, they buy some coding courses, and then they finish it, and they think like that is the end. They have learned everything. Whatever they have learned in that course is whatever required for the interview. It's not like that. I always preferred learning from open source, and for OS, I used to refer Java T Point completely. And for DBMS also, Java T Point was more than enough. And W3 schools, not to forget mentioning W3 schools and Java T Point, I have used it for DBMS and SQL queries, learning the SQL queries. And about the computer networks, I just had limited knowledge on my from my academics. I didn't work much on it, and there were no requirements in the initial stage of my college placement. There were no requirements on questions and requirements to learn computer networks also. And aptitude, say I have a course called soft skills in during my college in during my course of this B.Tech. Then I used to do that course very sincerely. So aptitude, I did not like need to had the necessity to spend some separate time on it. And following which is DSA. I used to spend most of my time solving lead code problems and geek for geek problem and hacker rank. Initially, I started with a hacker rank. Then after some 4 months to 5 months of coding in HackerRank, I just moved to Geek for Geeks and Lead Code. Then over there, I solved. The platform is actually more addictive once you start solving. So I have solved nearly 700 to 800 questions in both of these platforms together. And even after my placement, I got placed today. And even after my placement, I'm just continuing to code daily, at least one question a day. It's like when it comes to coding, it's not like you do 10 questions a day and the next day you relax yourself, and the third day you do some 5 questions. It's not like that. Even if you do 3 questions a day, but do it consistently. From the morning when I wake up till the night when I sleep, I used to spend most of my time in coding and learning all this stuff. Academics though, I was able to manage just a day before the exam. It was not a much of trouble to me always. Yeah, this is what I have did for my learning during the placements.
Rightly agree to the strategy that you followed because that's actually a right one and that which I followed too. So LeetCode is like really a nice platform and it's addictive as you said. You would like to do more and more. Yeah.
Exactly, and there were like YouTube channels like Take You Forward and many more, in which the explanations that they give will
Yeah, it's really
make you
nice.
fall in love with
Yeah.
coding again and again. So it's not like once you cannot solve a question, it's not like you leave it and go to the next. It's like, for example, you cannot solve a lead code problem. Go watch some videos in YouTube and you finish it up. And if you are able to solve a question, it's not like you move on. It's like you spend more time in solving that, in learning about how other people have solved it in the discussion forum, and seeing the solution forum too. I have seen a lot of people doing code chef and code forces, which comes to like competitive programming. I haven't done any competitive programming. All I did was DSA, and more of a DSA only.
Same goes for me too. I also didn't go that way, but I liked it this way because I could actually learn more this way because that was maybe something that required a lot of doing things differently. If you want to be a competitive programmer, that is a different thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So now let's move on with the video, and I would like you to share your PayPal experience with us.
Yeah, sure. PayPal was I guess it was the like third company which visited my campus. Then in PayPal, in round one, we it was a coding exam, and there were 3 questions. I was able to solve more than two, but not completely the three. But I was able to solve more than 2 questions. And following which, there were 3 interview rounds. The first one was like the first one was DSA round, in which I got 2 DSA questions. One was at DFS, and the other one was actually, yeah, the another one was at Graph. Some check if a graph is biparate or not, something kind of that question. And the third in the second round, it was like a single binary tree question. It looked so easy, but the optimal approach that the interviewer were expecting uh, took a lot of time. Look at a lot of time, because because I haven't seen that such kind of questions in the past. So I just figured out a solution for the same during the interview only. So it took around 45 minutes, and there were a lot of follow-up questions. It's not like you cannot you can always expect like 3 different questions in interview, and the interview is going to ask question number one, question two, number two, and question number three. It's not always the same case. In some cases, what happened, they give you some hard problem and they give you follow-up questions like, what if this is the case, what if I give you this constraint, how well you can optimize it. These are the some uh, like some way of asking questions in the interview. And the third one was obviously the HR one. It was also pretty much good, and I was asked about my projects and my achievement sections and everything that I did during my college days.
Okay. So I have a question. So most people have genuinely asked me this question that, and I have the same question for you too. That what was the tech stack that you were familiar with when you sat for your placement? So was it something extraordinary? And like, what were the things that you would like to mention?
Hmm. Actually, I would say I spent entire first year of my college life in like in getting comfortable with the college and in exploring things, a lot of things around me and everything. I was having a lot of fun during my first year. Only in my second year, I just started to learn coding only. So instead of sticking to like learning app development or instead of sticking to the fact that I will learn web development or something, what I had is I saw the second year as an opportunity to explore all the domains. So if you see my profile, it will be like I have done some app development project, some machine learning project, some web development project, and also some image processing project. As I told you, the third I one. So eventually, in second year, I was exploring all the domains. Later on, what happened in third year? Once I started building projects, it was like web development plus machine learning together. I just learned to use two technologies, two domain together, and make one single project for that would be helpful for someone in real life. Actually, instead of just coming up with the ideas that people have done again and again in the past, I just used to choose the problems like for my projects from hackathons. I just used to go through a lot of hackathons problem statement. From there, I used to get some ideas or something, and that one I work on it and make some project. For this, most of the project I used to do individually and completely on myself only. So it was like good. And some projects when I participate as a team with my friends in hackathon, and we get to learn a lot. When it comes to a group project, it's not about it's not simple. It's not so simple. You get to learn GitHub, how to use GitHub properly. And when you do the project as a team, then you get to know about a lot of things like merge conflict when you are actually pulling or pushing your project. And there are a lot of things about the communication. You may be thinking something, okay, this is the final product I want to do. If it is an individual project, you will obviously achieve it. But if it is a group project, then whatever you say, different people will take it in a different way, but at the end result will be a combination of all of those. And you must be comfortable with both of that when you go to an industry. Because tomorrow when you go to some industry, you cannot expect someone to give you a group all the time, or you cannot expect to work alone all the time. So that is what I'd like to mention.
So now coming on to the off-campus offer that you got in Flipkart. So how did you actually get that Flipkart call, and how was your experience in all the interviews?
Yeah, actually, in the month of July, I got my results for JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, and PayPal. And I had to tell my pad office like which one I choose to go, because all the three were on campus. And out of them, I decided to go with PayPal. Then in the month of September, there was Flipkart Grid 3.0, which was happening. It was a hackathon. So I had a lot of interest in participating in that hackathon. So that hackathon had preliminary rounds in which which I took uh, part with my team. I was able to clear round one and round two. So all those who cleared round two got a call for coding test. So in that coding test, there were three questions. These three questions were from the topic DSA, greedy algorithm, heap, and those things. And I was able to solve more than three questions out of more than two questions out of three that was asked. And I was one among those who cleared the coding round test. And I just got interview calls. The first two rounds were again technical. It was completely on DSA, and the last round was on HR. In the first round, I got questions on DFS and heap, and in the second round, which was like more tougher than the first round, I got questions from topological sort. It's not a direct question, but it's a scenario from which you understand you have to use topological sort in order to solve this question. And also I got a binary search tree question in round 2 of my interview, Flipkart interview. And yes, I would say they were expecting more of an optimal algorithm and a pseudocode, not an entire code which is running, but a pseudocode they were expecting, and I was able to pass that. And post which I had my HR round, in which I was questioned on my project and achievements, and it was a general discussion. The HR, the hiring manager was trying to understand my interest and my whether I will be suitable for their culture at Flipkart and those things. And it was also a very good round. And after 1 week of my final interview, that is a hiring manager interview, I got a mail from HR, like I got both internship, 6 month internship, which is optional, and a full time offer from Flipkart. And it was one of the happiest day, uh, one another happiest day in my life, and I would never forget that. And it was a very tough decision whether to go for PayPal or Flipkart. But after a lot of consideration, I just thought to go with Flipkart, because both of them were big giants in India. And yeah, I thought to go with Flipkart, and yes, I'm currently sailing with the Flipkart.
That's really nice to know, Hariharan. So, I would like to know about the achievements that you made when you were in your college that helped you to be more productive in your college life.
Hmm. You know what? As I mentioned before, I used to participate in a lot of hackathons. It's not about winning or losing. Okay. In second year, when I wanted to participate in hackathons, I never know what is hackathon. I just simply went with my friends, sat for one entire 2 days, and watched what others are doing. And then what happened is that I used started participating in a lot of hackathons, and one by one, I just got to learn one or the other thing. As I told you, how to work in a group, and those things I just got to learn from these hackathons. Then this hackathons gave me a good credit at the end of third year. I won 2 international hackathons, participating in portals like DevPost, which makes it very easy for you to participate in international hackathons virtually. Yeah. And then I used to go to Instagram and search for this hashtag coding competition, hashtag coding contest, hashtag coding contest, uh, competitions with an extra S and those things. And I used to get a lot of posts in which people have posted. Many colleges across the country have posted about their uh, technical conference or technical contest that they are conducting, and I used to participate in most of them. I would have participated nearly 60 to 60 contests in in some 5 months before my placement, starting from January, February, March, to May. I would have participated about 60 competitions, and I have won a lot of them, like Code Crick winner, like Tech Zone coding winner, like Crazy Coder, Rank One, like Code Venture runner up. It was a very good experience, and it boosted up my resume. I would say it boosted up my resume a lot. Then yeah, I was a merit rank holder in my college as well. So that was an additional achievement that I have mentioned in my interviews. And yes, indeed, all these as a together what made a good package, made me a good package that impressed the HR and the hiring manager, I would say.
Yeah, that's really a lot of efforts made by you during your college days, and it's really appreciable. So, just a follow up to this previous question, did you also do any kind of publications during your college time?
Oh, okay. You know what, I'm not a fan of like documentation. I don't have much interest in this documentation. But what happened is, I told you, right, the academic project that I make is from the problem statement of some hackathon, and it used to be entirely on my own and individually. So what my teachers, seeing my project, suggested is, I'm ready to guide you. My academic teachers, like my IoT faculty, and my database management system faculty, they when I showed them the project, they were so impressed, and they were like, this is a one unique thing, and you must definitely be writing some paper on it. And they encouraged me to write paper. So that's how I started to write paper. And with their help, I used to like publish it in some conference. Yes, until date I have published 3 papers. The first one was in IEEE EBS. The second one was in AICRA 2021 conference, and the third one was in IRJET journal. And once you start, you get to know the entire process, like where how to write a paper, then how to where to go in order to publish a paper, and those things with the guidance of a faculty. And from the very next time, you will be more than potential enough to travel alone and publish your paper on your own. And I'm indeed very much thankful for my faculties whom I mentioned. Yeah.
That's great work. So now I have a really important question when it comes to placement. That out of all the interviews that you must have appeared for, were you able to clear all of them? And did you face rejections? Because rejections, when it comes, people get very sad and they lose their confidence. So how did you go on handling it if you did face it?
Yeah. Yes, I haven't cracked all the interviews that I have sat, but I was a, just a step away from success. Okay, so it was a very good experience, and I really means thankful for my rejections because it taught me a lot. Okay, in my second year, what happened? I got rejected in my Microsoft internship round 1 examination. So what happened, then I started to learn coding. Then I was motivated to learn coding, and I was so much desperate to crack Microsoft in my fourth year. So what exactly happened? Microsoft was the very first company that came to my campus. I cleared the coding round. I solved all the 3 questions in before 45 minutes of the end time only. And it was on codility. The exam took place on codility, and I was able to solve all the questions very fast. And following which, I had 2 interview rounds. uh, Things went good with that round, but unfortunately, one thing I failed to focus was on my projects. I did my projects like internship project uh, sometime before. I have did it some 8 to 9 months before, and there were questions on my projects. So I was not. I couldn't recall at the time of interview to tell the interviewer about what I have actually worked on my project. What was the purpose of my project? As a overview, I was able to say, but when deep questions were asked on my project, I was not able to answer, and that's the reason I strongly believe was the reason for the failure of failing the in Microsoft interview. Then off campus me in the month of December and Jan, I got called from recruiters in LinkedIn, and it was for Google and Cred. First, let me go for Google. And Google, I just approached an I was approached by an recruiter, and the recruiter arranged a phone screening round for me. It was not a round 1 or round 2. It was a phone screening to for me to uh, attend the on-site interviews. So in that phone screening interview, what I was asked is a binary search question. It was a simple binary search question, but it was a very very easy question, but I failed. It was only because of the state of mind. I would put the blame on my state of mind. I was so nervous, after a long time, like giving an interview, and that too it was Google, and I was so nervous to attend that interview, and that eventually uh, led to the reason that I didn't qualify that round. And also, previously I would have mentioned in some interviews, just a pseudocode and a very good algorithm is expected, but in a Google interview, and a full completely runnable code is expected. Your code quality means is expected to be good, and yeah, those things. And following which is cred. And in cred, I was able to clear the machine coding round. The round 1 was on was machine coding round. I was able to clear it. And the second one was on DSA, in which I was asked DFS question and a binary search tree question. uh, it was probably a red black one, I remember. And after that, I had another round, which I couldn't recall much. But after which, I got a HR like HM round, in which I was asked some questions, logical questions, and it was some tricky aptitude questions, and there was a casual talk with the HR. It went good, but unfortunately, I didn't know. I couldn't clear it, but it's okay. You don't see rejections as something as an end. Okay, So for example, if I had got Microsoft in my second year itself, then I would have thought of planning for a PPO. Okay, I would have worked on my PPO, and I would have not worked much on coding, or neither on my achievements, neither my publications, neither on my projects. So failure in Microsoft internship in my second year gave me these many things. My entire resume is because I failed in my Microsoft internship in my second year. And yes, eventually failure teach you a lot more than success.
So rightly said, and that's how you handle rejections well, so that they make you strong in future. So my next question would be, what kind of extracurricular activities did you participate in your college days that made you help you shape your personality?
Yeah, I used to be a part of one of the best chapters in VIT, which is Institute of Engineering and Technology. In short, we call it as IET VIT. And I used to be the co-committee member of that technical chapter, in which we have a technical team as well. And I was a technical member of that team. That team is called as Team Fourth Dimension. Together, we form a team, and we participate in hackathons, some hackathons as a team representing IET. And I was also a part of like a youth Red Cross club, in which we get donors from VIT to CMC, like student donors from VIT to CMC. We convince students to about how good the donation is, and yeah, we get people on daily basis to donate to CMC. And that's where and yeah, whenever events like Gravitas and Riveras used to happen in our campus, as a member of IET, we used to conduct some good games and collect some fun. And as a member of YRC, we used to keep stalls, get some funds, and we give it to some orphanage or for purpose. And yeah, that actually the being a member of chapter and club was the best part. You find a lot of friends over there, a lot of fun, like night, you'll get night, means you work at night with your friends to come means in order to prepare yourself for the events and those things. You get a lot of memories along with it.
I
So
agreed. I have also been a part of such a technical chapter, and that's how you learn during your college journey.
wonderful. Which chapter it was?
Courtship VIT.
Wow,
So
awesome.
I've also been in the board, and earlier I was in the core team. So next question is on the behalf of all the people who are seeing this video, that how do you go on? What's the recipe behind? What's the magic trick that you use behind to get call from such big giants, big tech giant companies?
uh, Actually, okay, most of the calls were through on campus, and I did got call off campus. But the it was there are many ways, like you get called in off campus. Okay, I just participated in a hackathon without knowing, like it ultimately leads to a interview opportunity. I participated in a hackathon. So one way is through hackathons. You can see some hackathons are being organized in order to what in order to get candidates for like good candidates for their company. And in some cases, what happens when there is any opening, you can message like any SDE ones or any full-time employee in a company for referrals. And the third thing is, you can message recruiters if there is any opening, like if you can get a chance for that. But the way you message them, the way you connect with them matters a lot. And watch some videos in YouTube. In YouTube, you get everything. You get answers for all the questions you have. So just spend time on like going YouTubing something. So one another way of getting off campus interview calls is through your LinkedIn profile. So as much as you build your resume, you must have a very good LinkedIn profile. You know what? When recruiters want to hire some people for some particular job openings, they just go through some LinkedIn profile. If your profile is impressive, they will automatically email you, or you'll get a they'll just connect with you and give you an interview call. Okay, they'll call you for some interview. So spend some quality time and building up your LinkedIn profile as well, and also your resume.
So, as you talked about building your resume, so we would like to see how did you go on creating a resume? If you could go on sharing a screen and show all of us.
Yeah, sure. I would be more than happy to show my resume to you all. I guess you can see my resume.
Yep, it's visible.
And when making your resume, you must keep something, some points in your mind. The first thing is whenever you mention some experience or education or whatever, mention the latest one in the top and the like oldest one in the bottom. And yeah, have a section for achievements, projects. These are mandatory. Okay, it's not like uh, optional, but it's a mandatory. These are like education, experience, project, achievements, then your extracurricular activities, and your skills. More importantly, your skills, because these skills will be something that will be matching you when resume screening is happening. For when thousands of people apply for a company, so what happens? Resume screening is happening. That time, all these skills and the important keys that you have mentioned in your resume is something that would help you get shortlisted. Then also have some sports programming section in which you can post the questions you solved, the highest rating you got, and those things in your resume. And yep, this is my resume, and I will also suggest you to keep it to one page. I had a lot of as I told you, I made a lot of achievements and publications and projects, good projects. I was so confused, like which one to leave and which one to not. So I just mentioned the top 5 projects of mine, and it took some a little bit more than a page, but it's okay. It's totally fine. A little bit more than a page is okay. But if you have it for one page, then it would be super.
Okay, that's great. I hope that after seeing this resume, people would have an idea how to actually go on creating a good resume that highlights you differently from other people. So, coming to the end of the video, I would like to know some final advices and some tips that you would like to give just to sum up all the things that you mentioned.
Yeah. To all the viewers who have watched this video from the past, maybe if you haven't watched it, the previous part of this video, please go and watch it, because whatever I have told will be more important for you. Okay, it's entirely from my failures and my experience. So the information I gave you is going to be become your wealth. So yeah, go and watch the previous video. And more importantly, instead of talking again and again about the technical stuff, what you have to read and those things, the one important thing I would like to mention right now is about the state of mind any person should be having before your interview. Because on the day of interview, don't just go learning a lot of things, putting a lot of things in your mind, and those things is not at all required. Okay, you must have learned thousands and thousands of questions, but the possibility that you get you may not, there's a lot of possibility that you may not learn a question that you have prepared. Okay, means you have means you have seen in the past, but your friend or someone might have seen read some only 100 of questions, but they may get both their questions from that 100 of questions. It's entirely luck. I would say a major portion goes to luck, and more importantly to your state of mind during your interview. Okay, even if you have see a very hard question, if your state of mind is good, you will try to what you will try to give some, provide some solution, think more on it. Okay, if your state of mind is not good, then what happens, once you get the hard question, you will know it is a hard question and you will get afraid. Arey yaar, I have never solved a hard question till date. How will I solve this? No, this is gone. You're gonna think this the very first moment when you get the question. So your state of mind matters a lot. And one more thing is, this is the main problem that I also faced: nervousness during the interview. Like you always think, what if I don't get selected? What if I don't pass this round? What if I don't get this job, my dream company? Those fear we always used to have. So don't worry about everything, just worry about the controllables. At this point of moment, at this day, I can control these things. Let me plan how to control those things, rather than uh, getting nervous. Once you control the try to give your best. If it works, then you go next. If it doesn't works, then you learn something from it. Okay, so again, I'd like to mention the point: failure teach you more than success. Remember this. So yep, your state of mind matters a lot. Have a relaxed state of mind, and do not do much thing at the, like in the day of interview. Be calm and composed, and dress well. More importantly, once you dress well and have the perfume or something, you'll get a confidence, self confidence, that would help you get more self confidence. And yep, this is what I would like to tell the viewers in short.
Okay, thank you for such an insightful information that you shared with us, Hariharan. And I'm glad you came on this video and shared about all your experiences, all the interview offers that you bagged. So, congratulations to you once again. And to all the viewers seeing this video, I hope this helps you in some amount of way in like cracking your next interview and being more confident while your placements are going on. So thank you for watching the video and thank you Hariharan for being here.
Yeah. Thank you, Navya, for inviting me for this interview. And yes, to all the viewers who are preparing for the placement, I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you.